A Labor Party rank-and-file campaign to scrap the AUKUS submarine project is intensifying as concerns grow over the future of the alliance under US President Donald Trump. Our political reporter Isabel Rowe joins us now from Parliament House. Isabel, there have been some people in parts of the Labor Party who have always been opposed to AUKUS. So who's behind this push to ditch it entirely?
Well, this is a group called Labor Against War, and they've written a letter to every Labor candidate and MP ahead of the election, urging them to rethink and essentially scrap AUKUS. Now, this deal is with the US and the UK. It's going to cost Australia $368 billion and will supposedly deliver nuclear submarines to Australia around the 2050s. But following the decision from the Trump administration earlier this week or last week to impose steel and aluminium tariffs, there are calls from inside Labor to use this as a moment to rethink AUKUS altogether. The leader of Labor Against War is the former ALP Senator Doug Cameron. He has put together this letter. He says that spending billions to underpin the US naval dockyards is beyond reason. And he says he wants an incoming Labor government in his second term, if there is one, to use this as an opportunity or an inflection point to scrap AUKUS altogether. Now, Anthony Albanese has been asked about this already several times. He says that there is no way that the government will make any changes to AUKUS. He's been insistent that the Trump administration as well does back this project, that it's not at risk. But the government has this tricky task at the moment. It needs to negotiate on tariffs. As you heard, steel and aluminium tariffs were slapped on Australia and other countries last week. There is a second round of tariffs coming, potentially on Australian pharmaceuticals and beef. Don Farrell, the Trade Minister, is meeting with his US trade representative counterpart tomorrow morning. And he is saying, without giving too much detail, that he needs to make some sort of deal or offer that they cannot refuse.